Welcome back to the channel. This is your Manchester Derby preview. Who will paint Manchester in their respective colours? There's only one answer, and that is red. So let's get right into the preview. Manchester United versus Man City. Both teams have not been great in recent times when it comes to this season. However, it's going to be a pure pride fest. Man City still have something to play for, as they are still competing for them European spots in the Premier League. United were just playing for pride. So honestly, to that Man United team, I have one message for you guys, that if you're going to win out of any game in our remaining fixtures in the Premier League, this is the game to do it. Let's try and stop City in their tracks and ruin their progression and ruin their chances of trying to get Champions League football, because it would be hilarious if we was to see Man City in the Conference League or in the Europa League next season. It would just be absolutely brilliant to see, in my personal opinion. But anyway, let's talk about the preview. And first of all, we'll talk a bit about Man City, because, you know, it's the boring part. If you want to skip forward, I'll leave the timestamp on the screen. But anyway, let's talk about City now. City have had, obviously, a very up and down season. Their heavy reliance on their key players in the likes of Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne have really come to bite them in the backside almost. Rodri being out for the entire season and Kevin De Bruyne slowly declining, plus his multiple injury issues. He's been a massive setback, and you can definitely see the decline of Kevin De Bruyne's performance. Obviously, he announced yesterday as well that he's going to be leaving Man City at the end of the season. Good riddance is all I have to say. I think he's very over it. No, obviously, all jokes aside, I'm going to actually take off my red tinted glasses for once and actually say that Kevin De Bruyne is probably one of the greatest midfielders to ever play in the Premier League. And a little message for anyone who's watching this: if you don't think Kevin De Bruyne is one of the greatest midfielders of all time, then you are quite being biased, aren't you? Because the magic he showed, I mean, in recent times, you could see De Bruyne's downfall and his lack of quality starting to show when it comes to that consistency, but he still has that moment of magic. He still has that moment of brilliance. His passing, his vision, everything about him. He was top for so many years, and you know what? He is a Premier League great, and I'll even say that as a United fan. But going into this game against Man City, who are their key players? And you've got to look at the forward line for me. You've either got to look at Marmoush, that's our player, Doku, or Savinho. I mean, Haaland is out for this game, but that's nothing to be positive about, because they still have 3 or 4 elite attackers who can definitely cause us damage. Obviously, Foden as well, even though he's had a bit of an underwhelming season, he's still quality on his day. And obviously, being a Manchester City fan himself, that game will mean a lot more to him than he might even turn up. We'll have to see. But based on the starting 11 that I think Pep Guardiola was going to go for, I think he'll go with quite an electric front three. So Marmoush, Savinho and Doku. And I'd say out of the 3, you want to look at Marmoush. I mean, the quality is shown in the short period of time he's been in the Premier League. He's settled right in. He's looking like a top player. If you knew about his quality when he played for Frankfurt, you knew that he had that potential, and it's always that adjustment period whether these players can actually make it in the Premier League. But Marmoush is making it his own, and I'm pretty sure that even though Haaland's going to be out for some time for Man City, Marmoush is definitely going to step in and show his quality for the Man City fans. Well, all 4 of them, to be honest. But no, and for me, obviously, when you look at the likes of United's currently injury record with players that are out, especially towards the back line, we've got to be concerned, because Doku and Savinho are very trickster type wingers who are absolutely rapid and definitely going to cause us some issues. So I'm expecting Ruben Amorim to tell our team tomorrow to sit back and maybe play with 10 men behind the ball and just break on the counter-attack and hope for the best, like we did against Liverpool and like we did against Arsenal. But then we had moments of brilliance where we would control portions of the game. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for United. Personally, I'm going to go with the classic. I think both teams will score. I think it's going to be a very interesting afternoon at Old Trafford tomorrow, so we'll have to see. But anyway, let's talk about Man United. So my predict 11, you can see on screen that it's going to be Onana in net, Mazraoui, Maguire and Yoro as the 3 centre-backs, with Dalot and Dorgu as the wing-backs, with Casemiro and Ugarte in midfield. I think that them 2 in midfield are going to be absolutely so crucial if we want to win this game, by breaking up the play, man marking, using their physicality and their passing range, especially from Casemiro. We need that experience as well and that quality in midfield, and both of them will complement each other brilliantly, I think, in tomorrow's game if they both do start. Bruno Fernandes starting as the right-sided at 10. I also would like to start Mason Mount, but I think it's going to be Xerxes and then Rasmus Højlund up front. I think Rasmus Højlund being benched against Nottingham Forest was a mistake on behalf of Ruben Amorim. And as you can see, Alejandro Garnacho is not in the starting 11. And just for me, I feel like that if you want to get the best out of Garnacho and if you're going to let him be erratic and shoot from God knows where, you need to bring him on when he's got that energy, because Garnacho's not quick. I mean, I know City's backline doesn't have the most pace. I mean, Nunes, who's playing at right back at the moment. You've got Diaz as well. Obviously, they do have speed on them. They beat me in a race, but at the same time, they're not rapid. So you can kind of let Garnacho exploit him almost. I mean, that Kubzanov, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's not that quick either. Gavardio's probably their only top quality defender when it comes to speed and physicality. I mean, Diaz is an absolute warrior when it comes to physicality, but mainly when it comes to speed, Gavardio's probably their only one. There's no Kyle Walker, is what I'm trying to say. Rico Lewis as well. Don't really see him as a massive threat. So United can do something here, in my opinion. Obviously, John Stones is out injured for him. Who else? I think Akanji as well is out for them at the moment as well. So United can definitely get a job done, in my opinion. So we'll have to see how it goes. But who's Man United's key player? We've talked about Marmoush and the wingers for City. I'd have to say, I mean, you want to say Bruno Fernandes, that's an obvious, because, I mean, he's just won Premier League Player of the Month as well in the Premier League. He's absolutely top. He's been top class for a while now in this season. Obviously, he had a bit of a blip towards the start of the season, but no one can deny Bruno's quality. Whether what a season it is, whether his first season when he started playing for us, or this season, or any season, Bruno Fernandes is always going to be a top quality player for Manchester United. And for me, I see him as a United legend already. I know he's never won the league, but who say that he can't? We'll have to see how that goes in the near future. But Bruno Fernandes, when it comes to quality, experience, what it means for the fans and what it means for the team, he can definitely carry us and produce that moment of brilliance. Set piece delivery, obviously our penalty taker as well, if United was somehow to get a penalty. But obviously the multiple key positions he can also play in the Ruben Amorim side. He can play as that 10, he can play in that midfield. You even see him playing at centre back at times when he's hitting them long balls with pure accuracy and just brilliance. Like, Bruno is absolutely carrying this team at the moment. Like, it's pretty much like, I don't even know what to say. It's like when your car gets broken on a hill, and then Bruno Fernandes is just there. You know what? I'll just push the car all the way up the mountain, and you've got every single player in that small. It'd be quite a cramped car, which really. Should we say a limo or should we say a coach? Anyway, Bruno Fernandes is just pushing every single one of these players up that mountain, whilst the car is stuck on that hill. That was the analogy I was trying to make. I should have thought of that one before I actually said it. But no, if we're coming to quality, you want to say Bruno Fernandes. If you come into importance and what they could do on their day, you want to say Ugarte for me. I think that, like I said, the midfield is key. And you might even want to say Dorgu as well. I mean, he's looked really, really good using his pace as the wing back. And like I said, on that right side for City with Nunes and Diaz, yeah, they're quite physical. But at the same time, they don't have a lot of pace. And Dorgu, even though he got beaten by Alanga's absolutely rapid. Dorgu's still rapid. And if we use him as a wide man for the counter-attack, as that wing back, he could provide a lot of space for us. And if he's got someone like Bruno linking up with him, or Xerxes, he definitely could, maybe making them wide runs into the box. Maybe it's to make a cross, maybe it's to receive the ball on the far post. I feel like Dorgu can definitely get something done. And also I want to say Harry Maguire as well. He's definitely one that I want to see, because obviously with De Ligt missing for this game, it's going to be a big miss. De Ligt has been an absolute warrior for us recently, top class player, but Maguire's obviously just coming back from this injury, so you're really hoping Maguire can step up. And I mean, who knows? Ruben Amorim might stand at striker tomorrow. I mean, you saw how he performed against Nottingham Forest. He did quite well, let's be honest. Obviously, we didn't score from it, but he looked the part and he looked all right when he came on. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I've said my score prediction, I go 2-1 Man United. We'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below on your predictions for tomorrow's game in the Manchester derby. It's going to be a massive one, as we all know. But like I said at the start of the video, there's only one colour that Manchester is going to be tomorrow. And I know it's supposed to be due to nice weather, but United, or Manchester should I say, Manchester will be red. And I can't wait for this game. So anyway, if you made it far into the video, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and comment down below your predictions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.